So a lot of people have been saying Simba Bora lose several players. Akuchisina Akasara, Akasara, Ni, Akuna team this season. Then I'm like, okay. If you really check, so far it's only 5 players. It's only 5 players, and those 5 players were not even lost. We can't say Simba Bora lost players, but Simba Bora actually benefited, because at the end of the day, guys, football is business. When you start doing football, you can't just say we are playing Nj. So you plan, and when a club requests a player, like we want Chioniso has signed a 2-year contract with a club, and then save one year, and then there's remaining 1 year. Then a club comes and say we want Chioniso. Mostly, especially Munyika Mnom, my clubs akawant anotanga to secure player. That's when they know could apply any contract. So a player yakutoziba kuti there's a club that has an interest in me already. So when I approach with the player in your card, and then you know exactly to play in 1 year. You don't keep that person, because already is guaranteed could pay a contract. The player will come and save the remaining part of the contract, and then after that I just go in the mahar. So what you do is, when a club approaches you saying we want this player, and you can sell the player, and then so football is business. You don't keep players when they are wanted elsewhere for a financial benefit. So if you check, I'm not saying this is the truth, but I'm trying to say Simba Bora can be financially stable for the whole season because they sold at least 5 players. 5 players are because when a club says it should a player here, you can bargain and say player young when you need any price tag here, they say 50,000. So it's now a win-win. You want a player, you want the money. So if the clubs are not willing to offer more than 50,000 or exactly that amount that you want, you can keep your player. But you can also negotiate to have a normal price tag, like this is my normal price tag, guys. You want the player, I want the money, you can take them. So for example, after that you signed you sold 5 players and now you want to replace them. Let's say you sold 1 player 50,000. There is no way that you are going to spend that 50,000 on signing players locally. You don't want to sign them 5,000, 10,000. What one player no profit already, because Maria Urukushandisa is kuba mako. So my clubs are check some players name sick, but they are making money. And when my profits are a good season, Yangwaka Shire sponsor for the season, they won't struggle. I think what covered. I think what right. For example, my take some players saying 50,000, you have 250,000. 250,000 is enough for a club to sustain the whole season. Which are one of my salaries, and club because they are currently salaries already, and then you have my winning bonuses and everything covered for. Nimari Tingisa, my players. So now Simba Bora has sold 5 players. Makatari is a squad last year, in 30. Power no 30 babo, over 5. It's now 25. 25 Doma slots in my senior players chete and already for peso for this season. So it means that already Masloti are occupied. 25. And then Simba last season had surplus in my players. Now players that work loan like wow, Meke, Masina, work loan, and there were other players who were registered for CAF only, like Rokuchu and Chaku. So what are you doing now? You don't really need to get into signing new players because already we have players on the sidelines, and also you only lost 5. When you lost 5, it now means that you are just making additions like part 30 per 5 to 25. We need another 5. So 5 vanogona kusaino kana kuti vanogona kungotorwa pana nangari kulona. And then for the goalkeepers, I think last year the club had 4 goalkeepers. It was Tonde, it was Simbachinani, Tolly in first. So now Tonde is gone. It now means that 3 goalkeepers are there already. Simbashinani first in Tolly. They are there already. And then defense-wise, because I think it was Boyd who left. Defense-wise was Boyd, but defense is. So there was Mavurumi already. Then in midfield it was Junior and Donald. Then there's Trevor, there's Bana, there's Ndereki. So it all means that you have to sign 1 or 2 people, 1 person in the midfield, because already we had a surplus of midfielders. And then for strike force, you now need to sign a striker who replaces Gorirab, or maybe Pane Agararipo. Saka apana pressure still like nima clubs akaduza wanu. Akandakaona zvamwe manje atoreleasa at least 11. And then someone like Hasimba Boraya Pera, ina mari, maende sama players akawanda. Yet it's only 5. 5 there. Could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there are others, of course, who were released, like mutually separated. The person not find job benefit, but I'm like, no, you don't need your services. And the person like, no, I no longer want to be here. So that's how it works. At the end of the day, football is business. You should make something out of it. Not